Okay, today I'm doing just a basic Pilsner with nearly 4 kilos of Pilsner and about 1.5 kilos of Munich 1. Doing a very cool step mash to get the most out of this for as best attenuation as I can. Just with one addition of Northern Brewer. I've popped my 2206 Bavarian Lager Y yeast. That should be right for in the morning. Braumeister's set up to mash in at 10 degrees, 15 minutes at 54 for protein rest, half hour at 62, and then just a 10-minute rest at 65, and then half hour at 71, and then I just do 5 minutes as a at 76 just to finish off quickly any conversion. So in the morning that'll be full of with 27 litres of water, filtered water. There's the grain ready to go, crushed nice and fine, and we'll see how we go. Okay, this is without a doubt the most important thing with brewing with these units, is to ventilate the pump. So we've weighed out some water. That was 14 litres. Plug it in. Now go to manual on the settings, and then just hit turn the pump on, and it will vents all the bubbles out. And that's what everyone has problems with. If you don't do this, that it gets stuck at the pump rest stage. So now I turn it off, and I do it again. Sometimes I'll even put it on an angle, give it a bang, get all the air out of that pump, and it will just there we go, we're away. And let that run for a minute, put it on an angle, give the pump a bang underneath, let it run, turn it off. Now I'll continue to fill it up to 27 litres, and I won't have any problems tomorrow morning when I start. Okay, here goes the second lot of water, the 13 litres to make up the 27, which appears to be pretty much the maximum you can mash with, doing about 5.5 to 6 kilos of grain. So there's the 27, and I'll just show you how I go about this. Go to manual, and then just turn the pump on, and it's pumping fine. There's no more air, so that'll be fine when I start up tomorrow. Okay, good morning. It's the brew day morning. So we've got 27 litres of water in there. Just hit start. It'll vent the pump. There should be no bubbles, a couple of tiny ones. Ready to do the mashing with the dough in. I'll just explain a little bit why I just mash in at tap temperature. There's no, with this type of system, there's no advantage in heating the water up to a strike temperature. Enzymes are active from about 25 degrees C anyway. So from 25 degrees C up to sort of 50, you're sort of activating the beta glucanase that's going to break up any gums in the mash. It's good if you've got adjuncts and things. And then basically, so there's enzymes happening from 25 degrees C right up to your alpha amylase temperature. There's really nothing to be gained by heating the water up to strike temperature. It heats up the grain, about a degree a minute, so it's not saving any time. It's got to heat the water up anyway. Got the pipe in. Careful not to spill this outside the malt pipe. And this is not a big grain bill for this. It's only just over 5 kilos, I think, so well within the capacity of this thing. Just give it a bit of a mix. Nothing too scientific. I've just added this rubber seal that holds the top screen together, just to give me a better seal around the top, as you will see. Very tight seal. Okay. Done, and hit play, and away we go. As you can see, yeast has done its thing, so it'll be right to go later on today. That'll start running clear pretty quick, and I'll see it again in about 3 hours. So that's now, it wasn't much over 25 degrees Celsius when I put the water in, when I put the grain in. So it'll it's ramping up now to 54 for the protein rest, and I'll just let it do its thing now. I don't need to touch it for a couple of hours. Okay, no big doings here. It's still it's just about to start at 65 degrees for 10 minutes. So once that temperature hits 65, the time will start flashing and then the countdown starts. And she's ticking away good, so 27 litres is a good amount of water, I think. It's fine. There we go. So she's hit 65, heater's gone off, and it'll stay there for 10 minutes before it ramps up to 71 or 72. But as I said, the yeast is right to go. So don't panic, every 10 or 15 minutes the unit has a pump break. Lets the mash settle in the pipe, and it fires back up again after about a minute. There we go. Yeah, nice and slow. So it's going well. So we're almost there, ready to boil. Okay, we're done. So hit quit and ask you to remove the malt pipe. So we'll do that. Okay, nice and clear. sparge water over here. There, lift it out. That's it. Let that drain for a bit. And just slowly sparge with about 7 litres of water. There's no need to hurry this. I even give this a mix around with a spoon. And I will start the boil now. So by the time all this has been rinsed, it should be close to boiling. Okay, so I've dumped the last of the sparge water in. So that's done. And another trick you can do is turn the lid upside down over a clean bucket, and you can lift this off just to drain the final bits. Okay, so what I do now is just lift that off, let it drain a little bit. Then I can put it straight down here over one of the vent holes to drain into a bucket. And as you can see, I've got another mark there. That's a 30 litre mark. So I've got 30 litres, and I was after a pre-boiled volume of 29 at 45. So I'll check that with the old refractometer. Don't know if you can see that, but it's well over 1045, so I've that's based on 80% efficiency as well. Okay, so that's starting to boil now. 81 degrees. The 90 minutes won't start until it hits the 100. So I've got well over 30 litres, and I'm well over 1045. So what I do is I'll put everything out here for a quick clean. I'll dump that, the grain, clean her up, and away we go. So if you get onto this straight away, all it needs is a quick hose and a light scrub with a soft brush. Take the rubbers off. Take the rubbers off this. Hose it all down with a light hose, a light scrub with a brush, nothing too serious, and let it all dry. Okay, so we've just hit 100 degrees C, so she started to boil, and that's it. Just a nice steady boil. Just give it a stir. So that's good. So over here I've got my immersion chiller ready to go for the end of the boil. I've got one edition of Northern Brewer. Got some brew bright to put in the kettle after the boil. I found a Saz plug in the freezer, so I might throw that in as well. The yeast is there. We're all cleaned up over here, and that's it. That's where the Braumeister just comes into its own, doing these German type Pilsners that are so delicate. Just one addition of hops, any any little flaw in the process really shows up. So this is just so consistent when you brew, so you just make this the same brew. You can just, identical every time if you want. So anyway, I'll get this 90-minute hops in. Okay, so hops going in, and I'll leave that now. Come out, I might throw the Saz in, the plug in. 20 minutes to go, but that'll be about it. And yeah, too easy. Okay, that's finished, but I've been using Brew Bright lately. I forgot to put that in, so I've just switched the Braumeister to manual for a little bit, and I'll just put this in and just watch this, watch all the proteins and that clump together when this goes in. It's like magic, look at that. That'll just help it all settle out. It'll clear the beer nice. So I'll turn that off. The immersion chiller's been in there. I'll hook that up now and we'll get it chilling. Okay, because I stupidly threw in a Saz plug during the last 20 minutes of that boil, when I had the pump running with the chiller in it, it clogged up the pump, but that doesn't matter. It's I'll clean that out, but I've just got a sock there just to filter out any hot particles that might come through, because this is the first the new Y yeast. I want this one to be nice and clean, because I saved the yeast after it's finished fermenting for next time, so it's nice to have a nice clean one, nice clean yeast. So I had 25 litres in the end at 1053. That's what I was aiming for. And I know I don't care about brew house efficiency. All I'm interested, I'm not interested in getting every last drop out of the Braumeister. If it costs me an extra $1 to make an extra litre, so be it. I'll just do that, and it's so I don't care how much loss I have. All I work out is I get 80% efficiency after the boil. With 25 litres, I get 21 litres into the fermenter and 20 litres into a keg. That's all I'm interested in. And that's it now. So I could only really get it down to about 37 degrees with the immersion chiller, because it's like 40 degrees outside today. But that'll go in the fridge now for a few hours, with a little computer fan there circulating the air, and I'll pitch that yeast later on tonight. Okay, just to clean this thing up, I hosed it out and put a little bit of water in it, just a little sprinkle of caustic soda, gave it a quick scrub. Comes up in about 5 minutes. It's probably not the best for the plastic impeller, but it's not there for long. And that's just on manual mode with a bit of heat going, but I can turn that off now. And I'll just show you what the pump looks like when I clean it. Okay, so it's been rinsed. I'll get a look at this pump. I'll show you how easy that is to pull apart. So, get a clean rag. By the way, okay, get a clean rag, just lay it underneath. As you can see, the unit is spotless. Just upside down the drain. I'll just put a rag under there. Just that only needs to be finger tight. Pop that off. There's a little rubber seal there. Just dry in there. Pop that rubber seal out if I want. Just clean around the impeller. Now that on the side's just a speed control. It comes factory set. I'm just about flat out. there's no reason to muck around with it. You can turn it down if you want. Just makes it run slower, keep it up pretty, just off flat out. So I'll leave that there. That just pops out, the impeller. Just dry the inside of the pump out. And you'll see the impeller, if you blow it, there's all these little holes. And that's why you've got to ventilate the pump to get all the air out from in behind this. Now, for some reason the pump senses it and it just seems to get stuck when it's on its pump brake. So make sure you keep all those little holes clean in there. Blow it out. I normally leave it out in the sun for a bit. Leave this for a couple of hours to just dry out, then I'll wipe it out. And that's it. I'll take that so I don't drop it. I've already done that once. Broken some fins on another one, but that's it. It's brewing with the Braumeister. Thanks again.